lights. Is there something you're scared of? What's there out in the dark? Make sure to keep all your windows locked. Do you surrender? You try to stay awake. These walls you can't escape. Here's one for the lonely hearts, for the ones that fear the dark. You better run out of here. Bet you can't look the other way. Here's one for the broken road. That's the only one you know. You better run out, truth or dare. Get me out, take me anywhere but here. Oh, anywhere but here. Wanting something good to come, waiting for things to run away from. Are you just hiding? Yeah, walking into the fire, talking like you never die, like you're immortal. You try to stay awake. These walls you can't escape. Here's one for the lonely hearts, for the ones that fear the dark. You better run out of here. Bet you can't look the other way. Here's one for the broken road. That's the only one you know. You better run out, truth or dare. Get me out, take me anywhere but here. Here's one for the lonely hearts, for the ones that fear the dark. You better run out of here. Bet you can't look the other way. Here's one for the broken road. That's the only one you know. You better run out, truth or dare. Get me out, take me anywhere but here. Oh, anywhere but here. Oh, anywhere but here. Oh, anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. Where do you go to sleep at night? Say it ain't so. Please say it ain't so. Where do you go for divine delight? Is it someone I know? Someone from before? I know you so well, and I know how it feels when we fall. You're drifting away, and the wounds have turned into scars. It's tender, it's dark, and it's breaking my heart. Where do you go? In whose arms do you fall? Say it ain't so. Please say it ain't so. You know, forever ago, you were in my arms. We used to juggle with those who would know where to go. I know you so well, and I know how it feels when we fall. You're drifting away, and the wounds have turned into scars. It's tender, it's dark, and it's breaking my heart.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of the Yumiko Arena. 8 players new maps, and $5,600. We got the best of the best of the best available here. And we got an Orcish winner bracket final after yesterday. Love to see you all here already on Good Friday. I would say it's even a great Friday. I hope you got the day off and can enjoy some fabulous competitive Warcraft with Neo and Remo. And happy 40 Moon Infi live 120. And later also Yumiko, as well as there was one else. I think it was live 120 then. So yeah, after this we got Gladiator Cup. It's been a fantastic day one. All of these matches are played on new maps, which is quite fantastic, we gotta say. And we had a message in our Discord this morning, which I very much appreciate, saying, watching this awesome Yumiko Cup makes me think that we generally clinch to maps way too long in Warcraft 3. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I very much appreciate like the art of creating a creep route and to counter a creep route, right? There is tactics behind that to perfect that. And I do understand that in Warcraft that it is a big part of especially the early game. But our maps yesterday were great. They were great playgrounds. I think there was no map that was abusable, really. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun and some cool new visuals and some cool new ideas on these new maps. And today we are gonna try them a little more. We are jumping into some Reddit discussions because I opened a thread yesterday. Oh my god. I opened a thread yesterday saying, and this is still open by the way, you can still contribute. What do you think about the new maps in the Yumiko Arena tournament? I don't particularly love it when maps have unfamiliar creeps or novel mechanics like portals. I have to agree with that. Portals are weird. These maps, however, are great. They feel somehow familiar while providing some very interesting gameplay via their unique symmetry, e.g. Fell Pit, Moonstrand. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go watch the VOD of Happy vs. Lynn Yumiko Arena. Was recommended to me, no spoilers. Hell yeah, that was so dope! That was so dope! Problem is with those creeps that they have very annoying abilities sometimes, like Curse, which had a very long duration. Some of them are also unchanged from campaign play and don't have sensible hit points and or damage. True. We have to say though, with the feedback of the map makers, Blizzard has made a very good effort in the past year or so to make these creeps more approachable for map makers. So W Blizzard in that regard. It's not perfect, but W. Oh yeah, some of these has been changed in patches. So if you select them, you can carefully work that out. I don't think portals belong in melee at all. Agreed. It's sometimes possible, but causes major problems. Yes, especially with like gargoyles and stuff like that. It's really not that fantastic. In the past, there was a big problem with maps having very predictable issues from people who don't play high-level ladder games. Things that come to mind are poor placement of creeps that will attack units walking by. True. Cluttering of doodads and misunderstanding of pathing in the map. Repeating textures should be broken up, etc., etc. Looking at the first two maps, I only saw a couple of obvious small issues in pathing. I didn't check the creep drops, yada yada. But the generally seem like decent maps. Okay, yeah. So I would rather make the general point that in the last 5 to 10 years, we have basically eliminated the possibility for scouting for positions or having multiple strategic options based on spawn locations. All these maps are simply 2 spawn locations and force symmetrical spawns. This kills strategic options. This is definitely true on Twisted Meadows. Back in the day, there was like the thing, do you spawn with a mercenary camp in front of you? Do you spawn with a shop? Now, it's the same for both. No close position there anymore. On Turtle Rock, we have eliminated close position. But on Turtle Rock, I think Turtle Rock is the GOAT. Oh, he says it as well, or they say it as well. Turtle Rock, for example, has a design that allows for any one-on-one spawn setup to still have equal map resources, cross-spawn, adjacent spawn, orthogonal spawn. All give both players the same distance to shop, creeps, expansions, and enemy bases. Very true. And also, you don't know where your opponent is starting, right? It could be exactly like the opposite of you or cross. I think Turtle Rock is amazing. And I would love to see that more. I 100% agree. I also have to say, though, when this was tried in the past, players oftentimes rejected that. Like, for example, on Rusty Creek. I chime in here at some point as well. I'm almost certain this was done on Rusty Creek, maybe. Unfortunately, the map never caught fire. Loved that thing so much. It was definitely in 2 and 2, was also in 1-on-1. But yeah, this could be cool. I also think we can be way more frivolous with mercenary camps now that mercenaries have been adjusted. Pizza Enjoyer. Amazing maps. Really liked them when they first saw use in previous ATR tournaments. A breath of fresh air that's sorely needed in the pro semi-pro scene for sure. They will probably not catch on for longer, however, knowing players' preference for familiarity. That is so true. On Warcraft Champions, for example, people still like to play Last Refuge the most. Which is unfortunate. The only way would be for tournament organizers to slowly start replacing older ones with these new ones. Actually, I have a little bit of a different take. If you slowly start replacing older ones with newer ones, oftentimes what happens is they're getting banned and we still play the older ones. I think you have to be rather drastic and have a pick and ban system in place that doesn't give too many ban options. But I 100% agree. You gotta force this somehow. You gotta force this somehow. We tried that with Shattered Exile. Nobody picked it up really. Now it's kind of established already. There was an initiative. I was involved. The map makers were involved. To force a harsher map rotation on Warcraft Champions, which unfortunately never led anywhere. There's also been some initiatives to plea the Chinese organizers to be more progressive, but that's really tough. I also posted a thread about Lin Colorful 120 and some discussions after the games. I can definitely recommend this one. Lin talking about human and orcs. Previous patch, when orcs were constantly losing to humans, I already said back then that I felt orcs actually have the advantage. And Colorful is asking, how do orcs fare against humans in this patch? Orcs have the advantage. Feels like humans just can't find the right approach and strategy. What would you say in percentage terms? Oh, Mr. Demo is coming. Look at that, Mr. Demo is coming. Hard to say. I think Pally rifle strategy, humans feel like it doesn't work anymore, but I think it's still usable. Humans try it once, fail in details, lose, and then completely convince themselves the strategy is dead. Hello, Soul 8-Man. But in reality, the patch balance hasn't changed that much. That, I think, is a very interesting talking point. Funnily enough, I have the very, very same feeling about some moments in the past for the orcs against the Pally rifle strategy. So, yeah, it kind of goes both ways, eh? I would love to hear your opinion on that. You can discuss this on Reddit, on our Discords, on our social. Pump out your opinion. And I now pump out the voice call to Mr. Remo Demo, the co-caster of the day, and then we go into tournament coverage, eh? We got a tournament to cast after all! Mr. Remo Demo has picked up the phone, and I wish you the very best Friday.
Hello, Neo. I'm also a bit worried about at the start with the microphone, but I think it's working. Yes, I wish all of you, Neo to you, and our wonderful chat, a good Friday. A wonderful Friday. And I think we have the right ingredients to make this a great Friday today, because we have a very fun tournament. Yesterday, the first day. Today, the middle day. Today, a bit of a stressful day maybe for some of these players. as we are playing for elimination.
Right on. And what an elimination group this is. Remo, imagine somebody wakes up from a coma, like today. It's a lucky day, and he was the biggest Warcraft fan in 2019. And then you say, oh man, you're so lucky, Warcraft is on today. It's the lower bracket round 1 of Moon and Infi. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a completely impossible thought back then when Infi, for example, was owning in WGL from morning to night. But times have changed. How they have. The winds of change have blown through the scene. And now, I mean, you know, with these 8 players, top of the world, anything could have happened, really. Even Lin or Happy could have found themselves down here. In fact, Happy is also in the lower bracket.
That is correct. The lineup looks amazing for today. The winner of Moon and Infi will go up against 1-0. The winner of Life and Fortitude will go up against Happy. Life versus Happy, a back-to-back grand final. Whether, shit, I got no sound, I think. Whether that's Super League or B Cup. Yeah. These were the top players, and of course Happy versus 40 is the rivalry of the past 2 years, and it could be the breakout moment for Fortitude from his slump that he carries around since the middle of Super League, unfortunately. But we'll go into all these stories later. Winner bracket is for tomorrow, so lower bracket only. Up until the lower bracket final, we'll also play the lower bracket semi-final. And now this is the stage, it's set. And we're here to bring you these games. Moon versus Infi, a legendary duel right off the bat on new maps.
Yeah, these maps we went heavily into yesterday already. Today, of course, we're going to do that once again. This is always a wonderful coat of fresh paint, a bit of fresh air blowing through our tournaments here. Just to give another point to the lower bracket. I love these kinds of days when we're running the gauntlet in the lower bracket and there's so much on the line and so much stress for the players, which equals excitement for us viewers, because 5 matches today, and by the end of the day, out of the 6 players in this lower bracket, only a single one will be left. There can only be one. This is the Highlander day. And I suppose Happy is the favorite here, as he often is. But tell you what, Neo, I'll tell you what. The last tournament Happy played in, guess what he didn't win? That was the M Cup, admittedly, but still, normally he wins that. Didn't win that. Now Happy with the danger of not winning 2 tournaments in a row.
That has happened very, very rarely in the past 6 years. Definitely trouble. And also, we have to say, this is best of 3. In B Cup, for example, the entire playoffs is pretty much best of 5s, and everybody knows by now, the longer the series goes, the better it is for Happy, as he's just that stable. But best of 3... a lot of things can happen, especially on new maps where maybe creep routes are not that defined just yet. I'm super hyped for today.
Yeah, gonna be very exciting to see here once again who's gonna be making the best adjustments. With some players, especially with Infi, you're also not always sure what race he's gonna be playing, but he has been pretty consistent, in fact very consistent, with Human lately. Fresh on the new patch, he played quite a bit of Orc as well, but I guess that was only a thing for a week or 2. Now, the main race, Human again. And starting off with an instant expansion,